nuclear deterrence is and will always remain a purely national prerogative. So the Commission has no comment on that one. The second part of your question was about the white paper. Indeed, we issued now, or we proposed the 800 billion package, Rearm Europe. But this is one part that looks at giving the member states fiscal space and creating fiscal space also for joint procurement, which is so important. Of course, in addition, also the private sector. But a white paper is much, much more than that. It's first of all an analysis of the threat scenario that we are confronted with so that we know what's going on and what the state of play is. Then proposing, of course, actions or reactions to these threat scenarios in the analysis. And then there are many, many topics. For example, if you look at the future of the defense industry, the defense industry has to substantially change. There will be consolidation. There will be much more speed and scaling up, has to be much more speed and scaling up in the defense industry. It has to be structured differently to really meet the demands that are coming. Also, the important role of being complementary with NATO. I keep emphasizing, and I think it's very important, that we will not reinvent the wheel, but we will build on the very successful coordination with NATO when it comes to standards and norms, or when it comes to the analysis of where do we have the gaps. So there's a wide range of topics that have to be discussed, and this will be part of the white paper. Now, financing options. So whatever the financing options are, we will have to raise money. So also the new instrument that we are creating, the 150 billion, you have to raise money. For that, the Commission is borrowing against the headroom and then on-lending the loans to the member states. The same is with the triggering of the national escape clause. Of course, the member states have to go to the capital markets and raise money for these defense expenditures. So however you then shape in the very end the handout of financial means, we will have to raise money on the capital markets. And of course, then is most important that this push in the defense industry, which I described in a few sentences in the introduction, will have, if we do it right, an enormous effect on our industry, because this is really going to the frontier of innovation and development and speeding up with scale the production that is so necessary for our defense posture.
And we move on. Yes, Dan, please.